Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today I have a somewhat of a confirmation of a villain that we're going to be having in Gotham Knights. And this was actually revealed in an exclusive interview by PlayStation Official Magazine UK. Now, another content creator in this space, I think his name is Luke Wayne, that's the name of the channel, actually referred and alluded to this in a video. So that's where I basically got the win from. And I went around and found a way to subscribe to this PlayStation UK magazine. Thankfully, they had a deal where it cost $1 a month, and I was able to get an issue of this magazine, and I got to read the interview myself. So I could show you a screenshot, but because it's a subscription magazine and it's not been reported by any outlet out there, maybe that information might be exclusive to them because of their model. But I don't think it's going to last too long if this is actually very accurate. Now, the reason I have a little bit more questions about this is it was a developer Q&A where I think one of their writers there was asking Patrick Redding a few questions. And in their introduction, they said the game teases villains like Mr. Freeze and Two-Face. So this came from the journalists themselves. And Patrick Redding in the interview did not necessarily confirm nor deny or correct them that Two-Face was not going to be in the game. So I think we can take it as Two-Face is more than likely at this point a 97.9% going to be in Gotham Knights, because we have an interviewer that wrote about their interview with Patrick Redding and they mentioned teasing villains like Two-Face. Now, maybe that was something that they weren't supposed to divulge. Maybe it was something that was in a conversation before the official questions started rolling out and Patrick Redding did not say, don't talk about Two-Face. Or maybe it's just a tactful way to drip out more information to the community, however it is. Now, I guess the next question is, what role is Two-Face going to be playing? Is it going to play a minor character? Is it going to play a major character? I think for a major character, it might make a lot of sense. We haven't seen him in that light in any of the Arkham games. It's more been like, oh, he's been just kind of a thorn in the side of Batman, maybe trying to cause some issues here and there. He may pose or provide some level of a philosophical challenge for the Gotham Knights. But then again, I think it's more based on the storyline. So when I say based on a storyline, you know, they've basically taken a bunch of the Batman storylines, hodgepodge them together, and they're making this game in a sense. And one of the really challenging things is trying to figure out exactly where in the storyline things do lie. And in that same interview, the interviewer asked Patrick Redding and said, you know, what storylines are they looking at? And he said, you know, they looked at everything from, you know, beginning stuff all the way. They started actually with the Gotham Knights literature storyline. So for those of you who are wondering, and then they said they eventually found themselves looking at new literature. So the question you have to ask yourself is, where from that timeline or where from that spectrum does Harve Dent really make a big impact, or does he even make an impact at all? Because one of the biggest things that he mentioned in this interview was that fans of the comic series are going to be pleasantly surprised, and even those who don't follow the comics are still going to be able to enjoy the storyline that they've picked out. So I hope he's not hyping this game. He needs to be, you know, he needs to tone it down a little bit, because, you know, he's got a bunch of us already hyped with the way he's talking, and I'm sure many of you are probably going to run around and try to find yourselves an issue of that particular, the issue of this PlayStation magazine. I mean, some of you might have, might live in the United Kingdom and you can get paper copies of this, but that's basically, I had to get a digital copy. So it was really interesting to just see that short Q&A. And so we'll be keeping an eye out for more details and more information regarding the character roster. I also made a video talking about all confirmed characters, and the only update that I've done is basically put a comment underneath that video. So if you guys see that video, you know that the information basically came out after I'd posted that video in my list of videos and all that. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about Two-Face? You think Harve can pull it off? You think he can actually do a good job? You think he can bring something cool to the table? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for your time and audience. I appreciate you guys a lot. Hopefully we'll see in another video. Peace out.